Hey folks, Gary here. Happy Friday morning to you. I hope your Friday's starting off really, really good. We've been talking about God's desire this week. What does God desire? What is God? What does God get excited about? What does God desire? Hey, Cole. Oh. Sorry about that. You know what Cole desires. There we go. So talking about God's desire, what does God desire? I want to read a psalm, and it's Psalm 116, just verses 1 and 2. And let's just read it. It says this: I love the Lord because he hears my voice. So just starting off with this. God hears your voice. If you think of all the noise in this world, never mind people just talking all over and just communication everywhere, and never mind the billions of people praying to God, but he hears your voice. Have you ever been in a really crowded room with a lot of people, lots of noise everywhere? It can be hard to get someone else's attention when you call out their name. But there's something that's kind of cool. It doesn't happen all the time. There's something kind of cool in that when it's someone you know, it's someone you really love, you can actually hear their voice through that din, through all that rushing sound coming towards you. You can hear their voice because you're tuned to it, because you love it. And God can hear your voice through all that. He can hear your voice. Actually, it doesn't matter who you are. He hears your voice because he loves you. He's passionate about you. So I love the Lord because he hears my voice and my prayer for mercy. Because he bends down to listen, I will pray as long as I have breath. Hey, Cole, just hand it to me. You goofball. There we go. Let me read it again. Because he bends down to listen. That is just cool. You know, I have two children. My daughter's amazing and my son is amazing. And when they talk, when they say stuff, I try to really listen to what they say because I'm interested. I'm interested in their life. I'm interested in what's going on. I'm interested in what they think and what they feel. Well, God's really interested in you as well. And he bends down to listen. And I remember when they were smaller and they would say something, you wouldn't just stand up and say, hey, speak up louder, kid, I'm way up here. No, you actually bent down. You got down on your one knee and you got really close to them and you listened to what they had to say, especially if it was something that was really, really important. Like if they were going through something really hard, you know it is like going through something really, really hard. You get close to them and you get near them so you can hear their heart. And so they know that you're there. And they know that there's nothing more important than them at that moment. Everything else is in the background because you're right there with them, as close as you bend down to them. Does God need to bend down to hear us? No, God's not hard of hearing at all. But when the psalmist says this, it tells us of the tenderness of God and the care that God has for us, that he bends down to get close to us so that we know that he cares about us, so that we know that he wants to know what's going on, that he's with us. He's not just letting us deal with it by ourselves, but he's close to us. And so when I read this psalm, I love the Lord because he hears my voice and my prayer for mercy. Because he bends down to listen, I will pray as long as I have breath. When I read that, it gives me an indication of what God desires. He desires closeness with his children. He desires to be close to you and for you to know that he's close. And that ain't bad at all. That's a pretty good way to walk through your Friday. So have an awesome Friday. We'll see you tomorrow.